once again. Welcome to the interview segment of the show. I'm sure you very much enjoyed the newspaper review segment, which had Comrade Bernard Mona and, of course, Ambassador Sampi Ali discuss very interesting African and Ghanaian issues. But on this segment of the show, we are going to be discussing a very important topic, using theater to educate society, teaching good morals while contributing to achieve SDG, that is Sustainable Development Goal 4. SDG Goal 4 talks about education, so using theater arts to promote education in our society. Well, for a student of art, conversations relating to theater tickles my fancy. So I would say that this is my area. There's an area or a subject matter which I'm very much conversant with, and I'm hoping for it to an interesting conversation. This morning I've been joined by Fred Nana Baffour. He's an actor. Also with me is Madame Evelyn Nana Asare. She's an author and creative. Good morning, lady and gentleman.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Right. I'm very thrilled to have you join me for this conversation. Like I earlier stated, conversations relating to theater arts thrills me. Growing up, I read a lot of Shakespeare. I've read a lot of Ama Ataidu. I've read a lot of Chinua Achebe. I've read lots of the Blancards and all these other books. So this is an area which I'm very much conversant with. But without further ado, let's get straight into today's conversation. I have also with me here this, by the way, the exam, and we are going to be talking about that and the purpose or the reasons behind this particular play, this stage play that will be taking place at the National Theatre on 30th of this month, 2023 at 7 p.m. So let's get straight into the conversation. You've been doing this for a while now, I want to believe.
Yes.
Yes. And let me first start by asking you this question. There's this perception that theater does not pay. It's an area of work where you labor and toil and learn all the English and speak all the grammar, but there's little to no dividends from it. Is that assertion true, especially in this part of our world?
In this part of our world, what I'll say is that what you have to do is you need to know your worth, you need to know your brand, you need to know why you are into theater. Is it just because you want to make money or because of the passion? Now, I know some people say, forget passion, we are talking about making money. But let's put that aside, and then now let's come back to how things are going in the Ghanaian space. When we talk about theater in the Ghanaian space, I mean, there are a lot of issues going on. How, performers are not paid well, how people are lacking, and it all boils down to the funding. How are structures in place within the society that will support creatives to bring out their projects? So I think we need to get to a time where we will have, sustainable funding that will push creatives. And I think as a creative too, you should have an entrepreneurial mind. You should have the mindset that I'm going to pick myself up, I'm going to put in the effort, and I'm going to do something. There are so many ways to get funding, there are so many ways to put up a project, but the most important part of the process is knowing yourself and having a good brand. If you don't know how to write the letters, the proposals, and all the necessary, paperwork that comes with it, then you're going to find yourself wanting and say that theater doesn't pay. But you see there are a host of productions going on at the National Theatre. Every day in, day out, every month, something is happening because people are beginning to appreciate the theater. People are beginning to learn and unlearn certain things, and now adding that up, they built a good package. So I'll say it all boils down to branding. We need to start preparing ourselves as Ghanaians, as Ghanaian creatives, to brand ourselves well, learn the necessary nitty-gritty of paperwork, letter writing, proposal writing, and of course, pray to God for His grace to also help us.
I'll also stay with you, Evelyn. I'll come to you, Fred, shortly.
Okay.
We've spoken about conversations relating to dividends and remuneration with regards to theater arts. Let's look at the very fact that there's this perception that art is not important, theater is not important. People downplay the significance of art. They say that science and more are more of pressing matters than arts. Is art important, and why do you think it is?
Art is so important. And I always say this, look, we the art people, we are the reason why everything is ticking. We are the reason why everything is going on smoothly. You take an art person, you put the art person in the bank, the art person will function. You take an art person, put the art person as a customer experience officer, the art person will function. We make the world tick. Without entertainment, without media, a lot of things would go down, because you can set up a business, but you still need visibility. You turn to the art person, that creative person, to do the video for you, do the advert for you, do the copywriting for you, to make sure that you can sell your business. So in the long run, you realize that you can't do without creatives in the world. And it's unfortunate that a lot of parents, they feel doing a science course is better than studying theater. So you find a lot of young children who are interested in theater, and this it cuts across. We have some of our actors who are from the engineering background. Yes. We have medical students in there who are actors, not because they downplay theater, that's why they didn't study it, because of family, because of societal construct, where if you are doing a science course, then you are respected. If you are doing theater, people assume you are dumb, you are not so intelligent, so you decided to do theater. But I think we need to get to that point where we know that, please, that thing has ended. We are people who are smart, we know our game plan, and this is our arena, this is our field, and we're going to play in it. And that's one thing that we need to come to appreciate as Ghanaians, that as a young person, you need to be bold, you need to be assertive and know that, okay, for me, this is the course I want to study.
Right, let me come to you, Fred. Have you always wanted to be an actor? Or it's by accident? Or maybe that you also wanted to pursue a science course and things didn't pan out the way you wanted to, so art turned out to be a last resort?
Okay, so I am one person. When I get close to you, my words, the way I speak, things I do will make you laugh. So I was doing accounting in school, and then I think, is it 17 years ago, thereabouts, then I had a friend who belonged to a theater group. They were coming to our school to stage a play, The Gods Are Not to Blame. And normally what they do is that on Wednesday, they will come to worship, and then they will come and give us excerpts. So I was in the worship room, and then they were doing the excerpts. And then something said to me, I said, Fred, but you can do this. So when they finished, I quickly went to one of the guys, and I told him, Charlie, I feel like I can do this. Oh, really? Then we are rehearsing this evening, so come around.
And you played Odewale.
So my first role was Akilapa.
Oh.
Yes. So the show was supposed to be on Friday. They came to the school on Wednesday. So when we closed, I went to the rehearsals ground, and wherever he is, Benjamin Ajika, we call him Scorpy. He was the one that gave me this spotlight. So I went there, and then they did on Friday. When we came to school during the play, my colleagues saw me in the play. They were like, Fred, are you the one? Have you been part of it? I said, no, I just joined them when they came. So I got some of my teachers telling me that, oh, you should think about this. You should look up at this. So when I joined the Harisco Theatre Works, we normally go to secondary schools to perform for them. So sometimes I'll plead with my teachers. They will say, oh, no, go and come. When I come, they'll give me the notes and everything. I'll go through. And then I was also the assistant boys prefect in my school. So they gave me the chance to go out. So that is how I came into the field.
And you've been able to hone your skills over the years. Now, away from that conversation, let's move straight to the exam. I understand it's a stage play coming up on the 30th of August 2023. What is the inspiration behind the exam?
Examination malpractice, the social canker, and how it's become rampant. We have students, teachers, and it's become so bad that young people believe that cheating is the only way to survive. It's like it has become a normal thing. So we are changing the normal and we've made it part of us now. Like, okay, this is normal. So we are driving that message using our experiences, drawing on experiences in the exam hall, people's stories, and also we are reliving being in school, because for some of us we are out of school now, and we believe we are connecting with the students using theater, because when you perform something, when someone watches something, it sticks better than just reading it. And that's why I'm hard on drama in education. When we use theater to educate students, to educate people, it sinks even easily. It's like watching a movie. When you watch the movie, it's so easy to narrate and tell the person that, oh, when I was watching the movie, this happened, and he said this, and John Wick did this, and Nana Mama Brown said this, or what. But when you read the book, sometimes it's a bit difficult to recollect so fast. You have to keep reading and reading, and I love reading. I'm a writer, so hey, keep reading. Whoever you are listening, keep reading. If you're watching, keep reading. I'm not downplaying reading, but we need to appreciate how theater is powerful. Yes, and I think that's why we are doing the exam. We want people to know that you can have fun and still learn at the same time.
Wow, interesting. And you're going to be participating in this stage play as an actor. What role are you playing? Are you the student who is cheating in the classroom?
Okay, so I'll be playing the invigilator.
Okay.
And I take no nonsense.
This is a role you take seriously?
Yes, I take no nonsense in my class. Yeah, so that is the role I'll be playing.
Wow. Before the exam, are there other stage plays you've done? I want to believe yes, for somebody who is a writer, and you have a certain fondness for stage plays. I'm sure you've done lots of them over the years. So this is which number?
This would be the third or fourth, officially. The third, yes. So last year we did What Mommy Doesn't Know, which is based on one of my books. What Mommy Doesn't Know highlights on sexual reproductive health, peer pressure issues, decision making amongst the youth, where whatever decision you take as a young person, it affects your future. You decide how you want your future to be. Even though your parents might be busy, your decisions have an impact on your life. So that was why we did What Mommy Doesn't Know, and it was beautiful. We did it last year in October at the National Theatre Folks Place. We had students from various schools coming in, and for me what was more important was the fact that after the program we take feedback from the students. So we have interactions with them, questions are asked, people give their comments, and you realize a lot of students picked a lot of lessons. And even beyond that, right after the program, months after the program, we went back to the schools to have interactions with the students who came to watch, and they were saying a lot of things that show that they learned a lot from the production. They had an experience altogether they've not really had before, and for that production we were lucky enough, we were fortunate to have sponsorship for about 100 students to come and watch the production for free, transportation and refreshment too as well. So we are really looking to have such opportunities. If you are watching us, you have a lot of money, tu as beaucoup d'argent, we are looking to you. Please come on board, come and sponsor students to come and watch this beautiful production. It's a masterpiece, and of course we are here for the entertainment and for the education as well.
How different would the exam be from What Mommy Doesn't Know? Yeah. Well,
yes,
how different is this? Is this going to be bigger in your estimation?
Yes, definitely. Whatever you do, if you've done something before, the next one should always be bigger and better.
Yes.
Definitely. So we are aiming for the skies. Beyond the sky is the limit. And for the exam, it's really touching for me, because my very first play I wrote in class 5 was about examination malpractice. I was a guide, Agawa. And for me, it's been a journey right from childhood, knowing that this is my field, I'm going to be a theater person. It's not an easy journey, because we live in Ghana. We have a lot of people talking and complaining and all of that. But yeah, we are doing it. We are promoting Sustainable Development Goal 4, quality education. And I believe that we should use theater to educate. We should be innovative and use creative means of teaching than just the traditional forms only.
What should patrons expect on the 30th of August?
All right. So for me, I believe theater or stage, okay, it depicts the reality of life. So all what I'm telling the patrons is that they should come and watch life itself.
Yes.
Some of them, we know everybody has taken exams before, one way or the other. We are going to bring some of the things they saw in the examination room, some of the things they themselves they did. We are bringing them out for us to see. So I am promising them a good show. There's going to be a very good show, solid one. They should buy their tickets. And
it brings me to the price.
Yes.
The price of the tickets.
Yes, so single tickets are going for 30 Ghana cedis.
That's
Double
cheap.
is going for 50
For a song,
cedis.
literally.
Yes.
yes, and she's also doing something. She says that if you want to come with somebody, she want to take 10 CD out. So single is 30, maybe 2 will be 60. She's taking 10 out,
Exactly.
so 2 is 50 CDs.
Wow.
She has done well.
That's like I said, it's literally going for a song. That's very cheap. Wow. Everybody should be a part of this.
Everyone. So if you want to get a ticket, you can call us on 024 294 5420, 024 294 5420, or 057 341 6811, 057 341 6811. And of course, our production is supported by Unique FM, Front Yard, and of course, Pan-African TV. I can't leave you out, hosting us here this morning. We are really grateful, we are excited, and we are happy you're on board. EA Books, Headquarters GH, and Janico Orange Juice.
So Janico Orange Juice is the perfect juice for the perfect moment.
Definitely the
Yes.
perfect juice.
Right. Thank you very much, Fred and Evelyn. It's been not too long a conversation, but I'm sure we've drummed whatever message that we want
Yes.
to.
And we'll
you know.
continue at the National Theatre.
Exactly. So, come 30th of August, the National Theatre will be playing host to the Exam. The Exam is a stage play by the name of your production house?
EA Productions.
EA Production. So, make sure you are there. Tickets is going for a song. It's so cheap. 30 Ghana cedis single, 50 Ghana cedis for double. I don't see any reasons for which you shouldn't be at the National Theatre on the 30th of August at 7 p.m. Thank you so much, Evelyn. Thank you, Fred. It's been a pleasure. Well, this is where we draw curtains on this week's edition of Good Morning Africa. It's been quite the week, hasn't it? Very interesting week for the morning show, if you ask me. Next week is going to be better, I promise you for that. Kudos to the production team, Ivan Bansaban, the guys at the MCR, Frank Akakpo, Gerald, Mr. Mensah, all of you who are putting in the hard work to ensure that our viewers get to see beautiful stuff on television. We are extremely grateful. Tomorrow, Alaji and Alaji will come your way at 9 a.m. Make sure you do what to watch. But the New Patriotic Party, their Super Delegates Conference is also coming off tomorrow. And here at Pan-African Television, we shall be bringing you an all-day coverage of the event. We'll be looking at the candidates, all 10 of them, the ones who have a bigger likelihood to